Hey, fourth graders, welcome back to math. Now, this whole unit so far with geometry, we've been talking about different types of angles, whether they've been like an obtuse angle or like an actual triangle. We're going to be going back to specific types of angles here for a second, and like talking about the measurement of the angles. Now, here, if you remember exactly, an angle is where I combine two rays. Remember, a ray is where we have an endpoint and another point, but then it continues to go on through. We have an arrow saying that it's going to go on forever and ever, just like a sun ray would. Well, we have one ray connected with another ray. Remember, where they are both connected is called our vertex. This I would call angle A, B, C, and this angle is 75 degrees. I labeled it 75 degrees. Down here I have another angle, right? Two different rays connected at my vertex. And this angle down here is actually a 90-degree angle, right? If I put my post-it note right down there in the corner, I would say that angle XYZ is 90 degrees. But what happens if I were to smush these two angles together? Well, let's take a look right over here. I do have my angle ABC, this longer angle here. I know that my angle ABC is a total of 165 degrees. I also do have angle CBD, and I do have my right angle symbol in there representing that it is 90 degrees. I did technically just take these two angles here and smush them together there. Now, what if I were to ask you, what is the measure of angle ABD? What is the angle measure of that angle? Well, if you look over here, you'll already see that it is it is 75 degrees. But there is another way that I can figure it out, another way that I want you guys to learn. So if I have angle ABC, if I know that my complete angle here, angle ABC, is 165 degrees, think of that as like your big angle there. We're going to start with that big angle and we're going to work our way down. I know that part of that 165 degrees is 90 degrees, right? Well, what I can do is I can take my big angle here, 165 degrees. If I subtract 90 degrees from that, if I take out this angle here, then I will be left with my angle ABD. If I do 165 and I take away 90, I am left with 75 degrees. So my angle ABD would be 75 degrees. Let's practice that just a little bit more here. Starting with this side over here, I have my angle I made a mistake there. I have my angle EFG, which is a total of 80 degrees. So angle EFG is a total of 80 degrees. I need to figure out what angle EFH is. EFH. Well, if you look really closely, I know that angle HFG is 45 degrees. So I need to figure out what the remaining part of my overall angle is here. So I'm going to take my big degree here, my big angle, and subtract the smaller angle from it. So if I do 80 minus 45, then I know that angle EFH is whatever 80 minus 45 is. In this case, that would be 35 degrees. And over here, I have angle LMN, angle LMN. That is a total of 135 degrees. I do know that if I look here, I have angle OMN. I didn't write any angle measurement in there, but I do have a right angle symbol there. So if you remember that a right angle is 90 degrees, you can just almost label, you can label angle OMN 90 degrees. We need to figure out how big angle LMO is. Well, if I know that angle LMN is 135 degrees, and if I know that angle OMN is 90 degrees, then I'll do 135, my big angle here, angle LMN, 135 minus 90 degrees from angle OMN. It's just like I'm taking out my 90 degree and I'm left with my smaller angle there, which if I do 135 minus 90 degrees, that gives me an angle measurement of 45 degrees. Angle LMO would be 45 degrees. I'm going to have you guys work on a couple of these in your math book. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, wash your hands.